Hi. Hey, I know I have the best idea since you wanted to go a little bit shorter today.
Yeah.
You can do the intro and outro, and whenever you feel done with it, you can just interrupt me with the outro.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do
And
the
also
intro.
that means you have to do it.
Okay, I can do the intro. Hello to the TBTL pod, to be titled later podcast. It's episode 13. I've been told. I'm sick. This is Anthony. I'm joined.
Hi, Sick.
I'm joined.
Griffin.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna be probably horrible to listen to. I think I'm better than I was before, but I think that's only because I haven't really been talking and I've been drinking like a gallon of water. It's really, hold on. Let me get back to the intro. So welcome for being here. Thank you for being here. Wow, this is getting off the rails.
I'm really just letting you ramble. You're not okay.
That's okay.
But it's funny.
We got things to talk about. And I will at some point signal that I will be turning off my mic to blow my nose. And so Griffin has the choice of either continue to talk or just actively waiting. So we'll see what happens. So
we'll see what's funnier in the
let's get on with
moment.
the episode. Hello. So I'm sick.
Hey, yeah. So I have some updates from last week's episode.
Oh,
by
shit.
the way.
Okay.
Yeah. And these are important. This isn't just talking about previous episode stuff.
Yep. Which we promised we will never do.
Yeah, I know.
And then do.
We promised, and we're totally haven't gone back on that. No, these are updates to questions that we asked within the episode that I have gotten answers for.
Ooh.
One is that Karen rates Serving Cunt in Clicker Heroes as 12 out of 10 and said that you, Anthony, are the Drew Torres of her heart.
I don't know what that means.
Which I think is a character from, what's that Canadian TV show that Drake was on? Degrassi.
Oh, boom, what you say? Drew Torres?
Dude, I don't fucking know. I was as confused as you are.
I don't...
Karen was not happy with me. Karen was very disappointed.
I don't know if I would be this person. I don't know if I'm this person.
I think that's just what she imagines you like. And I was like, no, he's far whiter.
I don't know about that. This is a fairly white, this is like the most white person you can have. Yeah.
Did I look up the wrong guy? I did not look up Drake. Okay. For the record, I was not accidentally looking at him.
Actually, I thought I was looking at who is the werewolf in the fucking vampire show movie.
Wow, that's not helpful. Are you talking about Taylor Lautner?
Yes, he kind of looks like Taylor Lautner to the point where I thought I was clicking on a picture of Taylor Lautner to then see what his name was, and it was just another picture of this guy. Like, where am I posting? I guess I'm gonna send this to you.
I suppose that'll have to be an episode picture.
Like, doesn't this look like Taylor Lautner?
You know what? You're completely right. That looks like Taylor Lautner post Shark Boy and Lava Girl,
yes.
But pre-Twilight.
Yes. Yeah, I am very much not. I guess I don't even know if I appreciate this person. Looks kind of like a fucking dickhead. Sorry, Karen. Coming off hot.
You're just gonna reject her like that? Jesus.
Karen knows we have a bond. I don't need to say nothing.
All right. Second update is do you recall the book The Coffin Dancer that we talked about? And how I said when this lady gets introduced, it must talk about her bazongas.
Yeah.
So it didn't, but I have an update. I did check how it did it. So basically the book just describes her as beautiful, like the synopsis did, that every guy has a crush on her, and she's not like the other girls, and that she was like raised to be a cop by her family.
Okay.
Cool. Hope that's grappled with, but probably not, since this seems like a very pro-cop book.
Can I stop you there for 1 second? Yeah. I do think that it's kind of a trope, which is girl is raised by cop father and so is a tomboy. I feel like that's just like kind of like, I think that's just a told story.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
But if you remember, this book is from 1998.
True. So maybe it made the trope. Whoa.
I doubt it.
I think so too.
The second thing was that the first line said by the protagonist is basically the enhance meme from like NCIS.
That's awesome.
He's literally looking at grains of salt and is like, enlarge. It's basically the same vibe. And then there's almost immediately a metaphor with women's shoulders, which you said as a joke that there would be some weird thing about like women's shoulders.
Did I?
So
fucking called it.
Yeah, I remember from the editing and I took the notes down. I think it's because I checked it on the same day that I was like, had finised editing.
Did I say shoulders or did I say collar blades? Collar blades?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you said shoulders. Because I edited it.
I need to look. Is that a word?
Collarbones?
Collar blades. I'm fucking
Shoulder blades or collarbones? Pick one. Pick a struggle, Anthony.
My brain just like couldn't. My brain was like, something's wrong. What about my sentence is wrong?
So those are my updates.
Nice. Those are good updates. Those are really good updates.
I answered the questions we asked. I questioned the answers, and I'm very confused.
That is like the point of the podcast. So, you know,
I have a fun activity for you specifically who cannot talk right now. Do you like tongue twisters?
Tongue twisters? Tongue?
Yeah.
You freaking idiot. No,
I said tongue.
No, I hate them. I hate them so much.
Mm-hmm. Well, I remembered my favorite one, which was, have you heard of one smart fellow, he felt smart?
One smart fellow, he felt smart? That's not hard at all.
Well, say it 5 times fast.
No, I'm kind of worried because that's where like something happens where like you accidentally say a slur and you're like, oh, fuck. I don't like that.
No, it's that one in particular is like the farthest from accidentally saying a slur that you can get.
I think that's always what worried me. Like, I didn't know when people were like, just say this, but say it in this way. I'd be like, you're going to make me say something either dumb or horribly offensive, and I'd rather just not. I just feel like I was tricked too much as a kid. And so now no one can tell me what to say.
Let me try to do it 5 times fast and see if I can, or see if I can get the desired result since you're just refusing to. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta stretch first. It's gonna really work me out. Okay. One smart fellow, he felt smart. 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 I think that was 5.
That was impressive. I think that was 4.
No, it's supposed to get you to say one fart smello.
Oh, see, again, this is why I'll never do it.
One fart smello, he smelt fart. That's the goal.
Oh my gosh. I'll never.
It's my favorite.
I feel like this is why. But like as a kid, were you not tricked to saying these things, or were you like the person?
No,
I don't know.
I never trusted anybody, Anthony. So that's why.
Why?
Let's see. What other notes do I have since I'm trying to talk more than you?
I had notes.
Okay.
Well, actually, here it's actually not even notes, but I'm just gonna tell you this is how my day went. I wasn't feeling great this weekend, but I was like, you know what? I'll power through. And then I woke up and I was like, feeling kind of poop. But you know how like when you don't move around a lot when you're sick and you're like, oh, I feel pretty good. I'm going to go and do some chores, or like, I'm going to do this. And then you start doing it and you're like, holy shit. It was just the fact that I didn't move for like 48 hours that made me get this full sense of security. I was at work. It was like 9 o'clock and I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. This is horrible. Like, it's just, and it was also like they turned the AC off because they're doing some fixes for it. And so I was like, I think it's 85 degrees in here. I don't even know what temperature is, but I think it must be close to 90. I have not a fucking clue. And then
I'd say it was like 60 something.
Oh, who knows? It really could be one of those things where it's just me and everyone else is cold. The temperature outside was like 58 today, so it can't be that high. And then I led 2 meetings where I was just talking to people and I wore a mask because I was like, you know what? We got masks still. I might as well just fucking put it on. It's a cold. Like, hey, I'm in a room with people. The amount of people who didn't want to hear me talk because after an hour and a half, my voice was just like cracking. Like it was really bad. And I was just like, I'm sorry for this, people. To the point where they said, you sound like shit. You should go home. And then I went, oh, okay. So then I came home. And I think tomorrow I'm also going to work from home. I'm just going to say, screw it. I'm going to rest and heal. We brought someone in from Germany to collaborate with me for 2 weeks because it was better than us doing like team calls. And I had to be like, hey, I'm sorry that you flew all the way here and I immediately got sick. So we're going to be spending a lot of time together. And he was just like, I get sick easily. Get away from me. And I was like, okay, sorry. So I think I'll talk to them later in the week when I'm feeling better. Unless I die.
You just don't get better.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I suppose we went technically to the same place.
Yeah. It is really interesting to see everyone has different opinions about what medicine you should take. And I think it's very funny because everyone thinks the other person is wrong. Like everyone's like, never listen to someone who says this, take this. And I just think it's like,
yeah.
I don't fucking care. Just whatever, I'll do it. So I got a lot of advice from one person. And then when the next person's like, what medicines are you taking? I'd be like, oh, I think I'm going to start taking this, which was like the last person's advice. And they were like, that's dumb as shit. Take this medicine. I'm like, it's all the same fucking, I don't know how many cold medicines there are. I assume it's just the same 3 medicines with different branding, right? I think that's kind of how that works. So,
I mean, yeah, all medicine is secretly the same.
yep. Down with big pharma.
That's not in a like, that's not, I'm not saying that as in like a medicine is fake kind of way, just to be clear.
Yep.
I'm saying that as in there's like brand names, like how Band-Aids or Kleenex is a brand name, and they're all, a bunch of them are just like the same shit, but in varying different doses.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what? You know what I watched yesterday? You want to guess? You want to guess what TV show I watched yesterday?
Okay, TV show. Fallout?
No. I watched.
Okay, can I have another guess?
Yeah. Yeah. On cable, like cable TV.
Oh, MILF Manor.
What? No. What? No.
Wait, you haven't heard of that reality
No,
TV
I have
show?
not. I have not.
Don't. It's bad.
Okay. Okay.
Anyways, it's exactly what it sounds like.
Yep.
Anyways, what did you watch, Anthony?
I watched Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
Fuck SVU.
But it wasn't like a bad one, right? Like there's some episodes where you're like, oh my god, this is like really horrible. It was about a group of parents who got a doctor to lie and say that their kids had been vaccinated in order to but they hadn't been, in order to go to school, because in New York at the time of the writing of the article, like every kid had to be vaccinated. That might be a thing everywhere. I don't really know, right? But it was just so funny. Like in the episode, like the story's unfolding, and then one of the moms goes like, well, that group of rich moms, their kids aren't vaccinated. And literally everyone, like the district attorney is like, we need to hunt down these women and get them to reveal how they didn't get their kids vaccinated. This is a serious epidemic. This could cause serious measles issues. And I was just watching like, wow, it was a simpler time back then. Like when the DA of fucking New York is like, there's 6 children who are not vaccinated. This is causing serious problems to our medical system. We need to hold them accountable for reckless endangerment. And it's like, oh my God, we didn't do that at all.
No, yeah, that never happened.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It just was really one of those things
I
where
feel like that was written by somebody who was anti-vax, because that feels like the anti-vaxxers head canon for what happened in real life. Like there's mass lockdowns and they're trying to force me to get this tracking chip vaccination to turn my frogs gay and shit.
Well, that was the funny part, is literally in the episode they tracked on this one mom and she's like, I do this because they make her into a crazy lady. Like they're like, I do this because I'm the good person, and the Board of Education and the CDC and every medical professional, they're the idiots because I don't want my kid to have autism. And then they're like, literally the cop goes, there is no proof of that at all. You're going to jail. Like it was just like the funniest thing. Like it's just the cop. Clearly, like the cop would be like, listen, lady, I don't know. But no, like the cop opens with like this has not been proven. Like clearly they're reading like a card. Like we need to maybe say something. Like the actor needs to kind of verbalize some of this misinformation. And so it's just like very funny. So if I remember correctly, they did get tried for reckless endangerment. And I think they were found guilty.
Sure. So out of 10, what would you rate that episode?
Oh God, like a 4.
Cool.
Not because it was like a vaccine, but it's one of those things where I was like,
because it was bad. I know.
It was just like a weird, like I don't really watch Law and Order too much, but sometimes it's fun, right? You're like, the first 50 minutes are fucking nothing. And then it's the last 10 minutes where oh, they found the right person. But it was just funny that this entire episode is just about 6 rich white moms in New York who got a doctor to sign off as though their kids have been vaccinated. And it's this isn't a show. This is just what America is now. So
there's a point where parody becomes reality.
Yeah, but it's they go to jail. I do want to look it up.
I'm pretty sure literally nobody went to jail for not vaccinating, because if anybody did, we would have never heard the end of it.
It's a 2015.
When it was 2015, this wasn't even the pandemic.
No. This is 2015 for measles.
Oh, I totally didn't realize that. I assumed this was some fucking
no,
some
actually
really kind of metaphor for it with measles instead.
Actually, this is how fucked up this episode is. I'm gonna read you the description, right?
Okay, sure.
When a sex party goes wrong, pornographic images are leaked to the internet and appear on multiple porn sites. That's it's a sex party of children, right? So that's not great. Clearly not great. Barbara, I don't know who Barbara is, hurries to make arrests, but several suspects have fallen down with measles measles. Investigation reveals that a mother did not vaccinate her child, which caused an outbreak. They drop this sex party, pornographic images of children on porn sites so quickly to go and bust these moms. It's wild. Like in the episode, they're like, they're kids. They made dumb mistakes posting it to porn websites, but these moms knew what they did. And it's like, oh my God. Like, it's just so interesting. It's just like such a weird.
I'm baffled.
One of the top reviews was mid, but okay, but also annoying.
I'm confused. I'm just confused.
Yeah, like in the episode, literally the like head detective person is like, "What? You're gonna arrest 15-year-old kids, rich white 15-year-old kids? No, let's arrest their moms for vaccinate." Like it's weird where it's like, oh, these kids won't get any punishment because they're rich and white. But then it's like, then they go and arrest their moms, and no one's ever like, aren't these the same? Like, it's the same rich white family, and they're like, but not with vaccines. They're going to jail. It's just interesting. It's just so yeah.
That
don't fuck with the
so
2015 New York police officers.
This podcast is not pro NYPD in any way.
Yeah, no.
Just
no.
Putting that out there as well. Just a caveat right at the end.
I do think that part of the plot in the episode is that the lead detective, her son, also gets measles, and so she has like a vendetta against this family. And in
my God.
And in the episode, the mom goes, "I'm doing what's right for my kid. You're doing this because you think that I have caused your son to get measles." And she's like, "This isn't about my son." But then immediately it flashes to her in the hotel, not the hotel, the hospital. No, I said hotel. The hospital, like with the doctor, where she's like, "You need to do all we can. Like, how dare people not vaccinate their kids?" Like, it's like a super targeted attack. Like this mom, she's in the wrong, but she absolutely pegs the detective. Like, she not in that way. She's very much like, "Oh, you're doing this because you think I'm responsible for your kid." And the cop just goes, "No, but you are responsible. Go to jail." Her child lives. That sucks. So
I think it'd be funnier if the kid died, just so they could write him out of the script. I think that'd be funnier.
I mean, he was like a baby, so you know that might be a little bit rough.
Oh, funnier still. Hey, SVU writers, kill more kids.
Kill more kids.
It's funnier that way.
God.
Kill every cop that's a parent. Kill their kids.
Kill their kids.
Fuck it. Make them real traumatized. That's my hot take for good writing ideas. Okay, I've got a dumb question.
Yeah.
That leads into something else.
Yep.
But it's very, very loosely connected, much like everything else we do. So comedy pairings.
Yeah.
Oftentimes in like fan art and stuff, one of them is drawn like tall and thin, and the other is drawn short and round.
Yep.
Which one of us is the tall thin, and which one of us is the short round? I think I know the answer. I think there is an answer.
I mean, I'd like to be the tall one.
I was going to say, I think you're the tall thin and I'm the short round because I'm more of a gremlin than you.
But also we're like the same height. So
we are. Yeah. We're pretty much. But I don't know. That just like a funny thing that I've noticed about every single like comedy duo.
What about
how they're represented?
Penn and Teller? Is that even? Are they? They're kind of
Penn and Teller, ironically enough, are a big round and a small thin.
Yeah, right. So,
but maybe it's not so much size related, but one's thin and one's round. I don't know. It's just there's always a rectangle and a circle. All right, this is shape theory. All right, it's shape theory. It's color theory. It's everything. One's red, one's blue.
Ooh, goddamn these two-party systems.
God damn it! I'm about to gentrify this podcast. Sorry, not gentrify it. I meant gerrymander. Yeah. I'm about to filibuster this podcast. Fuck you. We got an email.
Oh my God. Did we seriously?
Not like that. We did.
Okay.
Pull it up, but don't say anything about it because I don't want to.
Oh, I'm kind of worried about that.
I don't want to give this any publicity because very clearly, even though it says it's from a real person, this is totally like some automated bullshit.
Yeah.
Because they hit us with the, "I immediately noticed you've released more episodes than most podcasters ever do. Keep it up." And then they followed up with the, "I'd love to listen to your show and support it. What's your favorite recent episode that I can start with?" Like, what's the point? Stop looking at our numbers. And then they're like, "Take our quiz to find out your podcast or personality type," which I kind of want to do now. Yeah, not because it's good, but because it's funny. And I don't believe in that shit in any way.
Weird. So now I'm like,
I know, it's so weird. And we only have, this was sent on the release day of our last episode, which was episode 12, which is just like a weird number to go for.
So,
And I'm curious if that
I mean, they're like a
increased-
person.
I mean, I'm sure they're a
we're gonna
person. I'm
be
just saying it
so-
seems like an automated thing. I don't want to. That's why I'm not saying their name or the company.
Yeah. I feel like this is one of those things where I feel like, you know, we listen to a bunch of podcasts about like scammers who then become rich by like people that are wealthy because they told people they were wealthy and so they paid them money to listen to them, right? Like that is a scam that's out there. I feel like this person is like one of those people that's like, I'm really good with podcasts because I tell everyone I'm really good with podcasts, and so I'm on a bunch of podcasts. Like I think it's that.
It's not just that. It also reads as like one of those, this happens to like YouTubers a lot where they join some like marketing thing early on and then they just get like kind of fucked over for a long time.
Yeah, I'm like kind of worried because they've got a bunch of episodes. We will not be telling like who this is just because I feel like there's something about this that I think is weird because all this information is free. Like you can see their podcast that teaches you podcast stuff.
Their website says there's a button immediately that says have them as a guest on your podcast and then be a guest on their podcast.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I just think this is weird. Like this is just information unless there's like a bunch of ads. Like be curious. Oh, this is really funny. Literally one of their, I shouldn't even say what their episode is because then you can look it up from that. Fuck that. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to do the opposite of,
he won an award. I don't think that matters. This is definitely a robot. Why would this guy we get like 5 downloads per episode. This is
weird. Yeah, I don't like this. There's something about this.
This is weird and some more shit. Yeah, no. Let me out of Instagram.
I don't like this. I mean, like weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want. I don't know if I want.
I'm not clicking the unsubscribe button because I want to see if there's I want to see if we get more weird fucking emails. Yeah, I'm trying. Fuck, the Twitter gives me nothing. It says it doesn't exist. No, not Instagram. Show me the LinkedIn. Where would this guy post like things that I can see that are weird?
I mean, Spotify, and also they have a website that's just their name, which I feel like is
a bad sign, a red flag.
Yeah, it's just weird.
I don't like, he looks the same in every picture and I don't like it.
Yeah, there's something about this. I don't know. Like, I mean, again, this is a person.
They're using the word entrepreneur a lot and I
actually
don't like that.
Here's what I've determined. This is a person who makes money teaching people how to podcast. So all their podcast is teaching people how to podcast. That is not a good podcast. You know what I mean? Like if someone was like, if like Joe Rogan was like, hey, I'm going to set up a school to like train people, at least like, oh, they're successful. This is a person I've never heard from before. That's like, my job is to make people into good podcasters. It's like, if that were true, then you would have like, oh, these really famous podcasters, like I have had them on my show and I've been on their show, but it's not. Like, it's all about like learning. This is the same type of vibe that I get from those videos, like the YouTube shorts where it's like, here's my Lamborghini. Let me show you how to get a Lamborghini.
Same vibe,
if
exactly.
you click,
yeah.
Like, it's just that. Which also,
yeah. I've been going through the about section.
Cool.
And it says how he and his wife started a small group ministry at church until it became the most successful church small group ministry in the USA. So this is some Christian bullshit.
Oh my God. Maybe we should have him on.
Maybe. Okay, obviously not listening to the podcast, asked for a good episode. Maybe we link this episode where we talk mad shit and then invite him on. Oh no, we'd absolutely be forced to like.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried. I think right like, now we've got enough allegedlys going on where I think I'd like to just push this person.
I want nothing to do with this. All right.
Yeah, I'm really happy that we got a. I mean, you know, we could have not gotten an email, so that's cool. I appreciate that.
Okay, wait. Funniest fucking thing, right? So I'm on his website. I click on the contact section.
Yeah.
Below, I've listed the best ways for us to communicate. And one of the things is to fill out like the website that was sent in the email.
Okay.
But it very specifically says communication methods that he doesn't use. And I'm going to have to cut out the name here if I accidentally say it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
First one is no phone calls. Phone calls and video conference calls for virtual coffee or to explore ways to collaborate are the single most inefficient action that can be taken by anyone in business.
What?
Number 3 is no messaging on big social media. That one's fine. That makes sense.
Sure.
The second one, right in the middle, says no emailing. Email's the most inefficient form of communication. Let's skip emailing each other. Who the fuck is that email from then?
Wait, how do you, yeah. How do you communicate with someone if you can't do a phone call, a virtual conference call, or emailing, or message them on social media? Like, right?
This is insane. I don't understand what's happening.
Again, I think this is one of those people that's like, I will value my time at $1,000 per hour, and so eventually someone will pay me that $1,000 per hour, and then that will confirm that that is my cost. And it's like, okay, but also, who are you? Like, this is so weird.
Yeah, this is nothing, and it's infuriating me because I'm trying to find out. Let's see. Fuck, that website says something else. Has different names than what are in this email. What? But they all. Oh my God, I don't feel like this one is too much, but they all just have pod in the name, and I'm baffled.
Yeah, I think this is because
there's like 5 interconnected things that are all nonsense, and none of this is real.
Oh, I don't think this is true at all.
I think that website might be old and out of date as well, because I'm
Now I want to look them up.
Give me
on LinkedIn, because there's a post.
Because there's a different Twitter account linked through a bunch of other things than the one on that website.
Oh, it won't sync. Damn it. You know it's Google.
Who is this guy?
Damn it. I can't look to see. So there's a comment about that they worked 15 years at a 9-to-5 job, and I feel like that's not.
Oh, it was aerospace,
by
the way.
But I wanted to see if on LinkedIn it would say, this is really, we gotta get off this person. We're done with this. This is crazy. We're trying
wait. I want to see. It was corporate aerospace. I want to see what it was. Was it an executive?
Okay, get on LinkedIn. I'm sure I could look it up. This is where we learned this person was like in charge of quality for Boeing, and a bunch of people have died because of them.
For the record, he said in the about section, he was like, this was mostly like breaking down boxes and taking out trash. I fucking doubt that. That's not a career in aerospace. Yeah. All right.
So
I'm baffled by this is nothing. This is nothing. This guy is nothing. You're right. This is just nothing. Is that an AI image?
They might be. I'm curious.
I want to get this guy on because this is nothing. This is nothing. I want to ask him what the fuck this is.
No, but I'm sure there's a fee or something you have to.
He is following 4,000 people and is followed by 4,000 people. This isn't real. This award isn't real. This guy isn't real.
Yeah, I don't think he's real.
It's a real person. This is not a real person though.
Yeah, their only experience is this podcast, so I don't think so. I'm confused. Weird. Okay, well, we will not be scammed. And if we are scammed, this would be good. This would be a good way of leading into, which we're not ready for it. My brain is not ready for it right now. But it would be good to at some point talk about the cults and conspiracies that we want to be a part of. I feel like that would be cool. So again, that might be a teaser for another episode. But I do want us to talk through some of the stuff that we've dabbled in a little bit. So I want to see.
Wait, which thing? Sorry, I wasn't.
Well, we dabbled a little bit in the Hollow Earth theories, and I think I want to just see some other theories and see like what you and I like, what rabbit holes we can go down. I think that'd be cool. And if we end up back at this guy's scam podcast company, then that's just what happens.
I kind of want to try to get scammed.
I'm worried because if you don't realize when you're being scammed, right, you're like, cool, it's just a couple more emails and then I'm scammed, and then you realize like, oh shit, it was 2 emails ago.
No, it's a scam from the get-go. I assume I'm gonna have to use like a different computer if I want to click on any of those links, a computer that I'm willing to wipe.
Yeah, please don't click any of those links.
No, I very specifically only Googled this stuff and did not click any of those links. Hey folks, if you get a goddamn email,
don't click it.
Don't click on the links. Check where they lead to, and then still don't click on them if you don't know what they are.
Yeah, I feel like they didn't teach that enough to older generations. Now we just have a bunch of fucking clickbait stuff.
My boss brought me in to look at his computer and he was like, so why is this a scam email? And I was like, well, fucking look at it. Have you looked at it? It was like the shittiest looking scam email. It's like, and also the links don't lead to where they're supposed to. And also the email is wrong. The name of the email isn't a real place where that would come from. I don't know why you're asking me this because it's glaringly obvious. Anyways, let's get into your conspiracy shit.
I don't think I'm not ready for it. My sicky brain is not ready for conspiracy
Oh, you want to get
theories.
into it next time? Okay.
I think we do. I think at some point we have promised, or at least you've promised me. I don't know if we promised Sophia anything, but we have promised that Sophia would come back at some point. So we do need.
It'd be great for a conspiracy.
Yeah, so we do need to, because I think she has the empathy that would lead to her probably going down the rabbit hole too much and us having to pull her out. I think she'd be like, I really empathize with these people. Like, there must be something that they believe, and we'd be like, yeah, no.
Be like, nope, they're insane.
No, it's yeah, it's just hatred and overall confusion about how our current socioeconomic system works. So. Also, can I do a shout out to, I'm going to do a small little story. I feel like for a podcast, for an episode that I'm not supposed to talk. I got a lot of things. I was really excited about this podcast episode.
A lot.
I know. I was really excited about this podcast episode. And then I was like, no, fuck, it's fine. I just won't talk tomorrow. Very much. I have been dabbling in another podcast. I'm gonna.
No, you whore.
Yeah, sorry. I haven't been on it.
Cheating
I've been listening. I've been listening to their podcast. It's Pearlmania 500.
Okay, yeah, that one. Didn't they change the name?
So they like kind of did. So it's like they haven't, like, it's still Pearlmania, but now it's like called Too Many Tabs, which I think is funny.
Okay, sure.
And so the episode I really like that they recently did is called Bob's Red Mill. If you haven't listened to it, you should. It's really good. I'm sure you haven't listened to it because, I just listened to it. And so just by percentage of people who probably listen to the episode. Anyways, I'm going to spoil the entire thing because I think it's just so funny. It's like it's just a really good episode about a man who was bored, wound up in a library and read a book about mills and like millstones, like how to grind grain into bread, right? Like, I'm skipping steps, but you know what I mean. And then made like a very successful business over the span of his life with his wife. Like, just him and his wife were like, yeah, we're just gonna get into making grain. And then by the end, they were in charge of a company that was making like $100 million in revenue every single year.
Oh my God.
And it all started from him just being like bored at a library, and he like grabbed a book and was like, oh shit, mills are pretty interesting. I wonder if there's any mills around the state still. And then it turned into like his mission of like him and his wife just making grain. I say it was his mission. It was clearly also, it was Bob, right? Because Bob's Red Mill, which I think is a brand. I mean, it's still an active company. And his wife, Charlie. So him and Charlie and their kids, not all of his kids, but a few of his kids ran this company. And he just like did it over the course of his life. And then when he finally decided he was done, when the company was, insanely well off and feeding a bunch of people across the world, he just made his company into a co-op. Like, he just gave like 50% of the rights of the company to the workers and then was like, cool, now you guys like own this company. Like, I'm out. And he just left. He just retired.
Sure.
He just got bored, found a hobby. It turned into a very successful company. And then when he was done, he just gave back to the workers and said, I'll be at home. Actually, it's just like a very nice story. It's just a very like, there's still a lot. There's a ton of information I'm clearly skipping, right? Because, their podcast was like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a very sweet, rich man who became rich because he went to a library one day and then wanted to feed people gluten-free bread and other specialty grains. So Bob's Red Mill from Too Many Tabs, Pearlmania 500. Pretty good. I was paid $500 for that ad.
Yeah, sure. Speaking of ads, this episode is sponsored by MeUndies, not the company, the ones I'm wearing right now. Come and get them, bitch.
You mean... You should just... we should just do an entire ad, but it's just literally called My Undies.
Just a fake thing.
Yeah. I wonder if that would get us in trouble. I don't know how that works.
I don't know.
If you're a lawyer for a company, we will settle any dispute.
Can make a fake website.
Yeah, that's true.
We will settle any dispute. Here's $20. That's all I got. I'm poor.
That's all we got. Yep. We take our views and our $20. That's all we got.
God damn it. Where'd my note go? There it is. I'm tired of people trying to gaslight me that broccoli is anything but disgusting. It's fucking nasty.
Why do you think it's disgusting? Like the taste?
It's everything about it. It's gross. It feels gross. It tastes gross. Yucky, nasty. And I want to be clear because everybody's always like, no, you just haven't cooked it right. I've cooked it every which way. It doesn't matter. It's bad. It sucks and it's bad. Broccoli is bad. I will eat anything else. Literally anything.
Would you
all right?
eat,
Everybody else
asparagus?
has like, oh, I don't like this specific. I'll eat asparagus. I will fuck up some asparagus, dude. I will eat cauliflower. It is just broccoli. It's bad. I'm actually less selective than literally everybody else because everybody is like, oh, I don't like vegetables cooked this way or like these other specific vegetables. No, I'll eat everything. It is just broccoli.
Interesting. Okay. I don't agree as strongly as you do, but I live in a household with a person who does love broccoli, and so I
one thing Allison and I won't agree on.
Yeah, so a few times like we'll be making food and she's like, oh, I got broccoli, should we throw it in? And I have to be like,
no.
Well, we're either throwing it in today or we're throwing it in tomorrow, right? And she's like, yeah, because it's gonna go bad. And I'm like, guess today. I don't know. I think so. Is it because of the crunch? Is it like a taste? Like, do you know?
No, it's just like all of the factors of it combined. I just do not like broccoli. I mean, it's mostly the taste. Yeah. Like I can get over a bit of texture. Clearly, if I'll eat everything else, it's mostly the taste. It tastes bad.
Interesting. I'm okay with this. I'm fully supportive of your belief.
Because every time I say this, I get shit. I get like so much shit, and they're just like, "No, you're just a baby with baby taste." I'm like, "No, I've actually got." I used to be an insanely picky eater. I am less now. I will eat everything. If it looks edible, it's going in my mouth. All right. Broccoli sucks.
Okay. Have you and you like asparagus? Okay.
Yeah, I like cauliflower too, because that's in the same family and people. Nah, dude, fucking, you roast up some cauliflower, put like some salt, pepper, paprika on that shit, throw it in the oven for a little while. It's basically popcorn. It's so
weird.
Good.
Okay. I don't know if I agree with you on that, but also can I be truly honest? I haven't had cauliflower in maybe a decade.
Oh, we'll get you some good cauliflower. I keep trying broccoli. This isn't I haven't had it in years kind of thing. I keep trying everything. I used to not like avocado. I like avocado now. Not just like plain avocado. I like it with other stuff. I think it's better as like a vehicle for flavor, such as in guacamole. Yeah. But I used to not like it at all. I like it now. I like everything now. Not broccoli.
Not broccoli. So we are a no broccoli club.
This is an anti-broccoli podcast.
I'm all for it. Yeah. I think if we had to be an anti-vegetable, I think it's vegetable. Yeah. Broccoli is a good one to be.
Yes, it is. Do we need to have the vegetable conversation again where vegetables aren't real?
No, we do not. We do not. Not for a little bit, I don't think. Yeah, I'm fully okay with that. I appreciate your rage towards broccoli. I think it's funny.
God, I'm glad somebody appreciates it because I'm not kidding. When like every time I say that, I get like questioning looks and people are like, "What are you talking about? Broccoli's great." And I'm like, "I'll fight you right now. I will throw down."
I'm wondering if is there a thing with broccoli?
What, where it's like cilantro, where it just tastes horrendous to me because of some gene? I don't know. Everybody else in my family likes it, so it must be recessive.
Do you like Brussels sprouts?
Yeah. Yeah, and again, a nice roasted Brussels sprout is fantastic. I think there's bad ways to cook Brussels sprouts that make them less than appetizing. But since they improved Brussels sprouts in the 90s, they're great.
What?
Did you not know that?
What do you mean they improved them?
Brussels sprouts used to be horrendous, like actively the worst, like just disgusting. Which is why there's so many jokes about it. But then in like the 90s, early 2000s, they did some GMO bullshit, selective breeding and stuff that made them taste a lot better. So now they just taste like vegetables.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know the exact history, but they literally did some science shit. It's like how we fixed acid rain in the ozone layer. Nobody talks about it because it's done and gone.
Oh my God, you're right. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 years ago, a Dutch scientist was just like, fuck it. Let me just not make them bitter. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's just it. They made them not bitter, so now they're good.
What the fuck?
I'm not the biggest fan of bitter, but it has its place.
I hate it. I can't. To me, it's not great. I'm gonna send you this. Today I learned. Brussels sprouts have been systematically something. That's what the link says. Bred to be less bitter and taste better since the 90s. What the fuck?
I will link that, even though it's a Reddit post.
Well, I mean, yeah, but still. Wow.
Oh, it leads to a Better Homes and Gardens link. That's actually better. Let me link that one instead.
That's like kind of crazy that this one guy was like, hey, can I just like start pushing a better tasting meal? Wow.
It's just that easy. Yeah. No, it's pretty sick, right? And we've done that too. Like, obviously a lot of things. Like the famous one is the banana.
Yeah, the banana.
Which used to be entirely a seed. Have you seen like medieval paintings of watermelons?
Isn't it just like all rind?
No, it's just like all seed.
Oh, is it? Oh, then no, I have not.
Yeah, let me find the image. There it is. Hello. Yeah, it's sending it to you now. It's like it's a lot of rind, and then there's just like a lot of seed, and then like little pouches of
that must have sucked
fruit, and it just clearly sucks. But
I think that's so interesting.
So funny.
That's so interesting to see.
I want you to know that everybody. Hey, side tangent topic. Are you familiar with what's going on with lab grown meat right now?
Not as much as I feel like this conversation requires of me. So no, what's going on?
Okay, so just like a side tangent. So lab grown meat is slowly making progress. Obviously, it's science, so it gets better, and it's perfectly reasonable, approved by the FDA, totally safe. It's literally safer than real cows because we're not pumping them full of weird antibiotics and creating like super germs and shit. Yep. And they're not stewing in their own shit. We don't even have to talk about animal cruelty to be in favor of lab grown meat.
Yep.
It's just like nice and good.
Yeah.
It's being banned in a bunch of states because a bunch of like the Midwest and Southern states like legislatures are full of rich cattle ranchers and farmers.
Yeah.
So they're banning the research
burn.
of lab grown meat.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. So that kind of person would be in favor of never having the watermelon improved. I don't know why I got on this. I just thought about it. I was like, damn.
That's a good point.
Can we not move? Can we move forward? Can we make progress? Also, anthropogenic climate change is horrendous, and a lot of it's cows. A lot of it is because we breed a lot of cows.
Yeah, it's just cows. It's mostly cows.
Mostly cows. They fart. They be farting. That's not a joke. The fucking methane, dude.
Yep, it's mostly cows.
Greenhouse gas.
CO2
cows. Emissions.
Yep, it's mostly cows, and also they're like polluting our waterways because their shit gets fucking everywhere.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Like, I think it is going to be funny when it's like, 3,000 years from now, when everything's, either gone into a ball of flames or like we figured our shit out. And they're like, yeah, there was just like a weird 100 years where they just like almost destroyed themselves based on fucking overpopulating one fucking animal to the point where it was just destroying their environment.
For no reason.
Yeah.
Other than they thought it was yummy. And then a bunch of them were like, no, we can't do this any other way. Even though it's more humane, better for the environment, and also would produce in more consistent and perfect meat every time. Like, you would never have to worry about there being a bone or gristle or anything because it's just forming like that section.
I'm curious.
I think, and I want to head this off now with this prediction, that as it becomes more viable and more research is being done and we understand how to like scale it up better, we're going to see a lot of like really gross fake images of like vats of meat.
Yeah.
I think that's going to happen, and none of it's going to actually be like real or how it's actually done because they're kept in very like closed contained systems because you cannot let any bacteria in.
Yeah, but also like, I don't know, I feel like that's how like butcher shops work too, right? Like at some level.
Also, yeah, it's like the same. It's like no worse than a butcher shop, and if anything, it's more humane because nothing's actively dying.
Yeah.
Well, nothing's sentient. I guess the cells do still die.
Ron DeSantis fucking banning meat.
Yeah, yep, he's one of them. Yeah, well, he's just in favor of bad. Oh well, we don't even have to cover that. Like, if they're conservative, they're just in favor of bad things. I mean, dude, fuck. they're just afraid of change. They never mentally advanced past the point where they were devastated by like Steve leaving Blue's Clues and decided they hated change.
Yeah, that's very funny.
Like I don't know what to tell you.
Why did he have to go to college?
They're just in favor
though?
Of bad things.
That's why they don't like college educated kids.
Yeah, exactly.
It took Steve. Damn, that's fucked up.
Oh, you're right. They're
like the fucking liberals. They took Steve from us. Steve was a hard-working,
and who is this new guy?
American.
I don't even know his name. He's got a different shape on his shirt. I can't like it.
Oh, that's very funny. Yeah, I don't know if I've actually tried lab-grown meat, if I'm being honest. I'm trying to think if I have.
You probably haven't, but it's just imagine like a chicken breast.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's the same thing. It's meat. It's
just
fucking meat. It's the same
really
thing.
sure.
It's literally the same cells. It's stem cell research, all right? They just make it grow. They feed it a bunch of fucking nutrients, and feed is a very like metaphorical thing, obviously. But it's just meat. It just grows nothing but the meat.
I also think it's funny that people are like, oh, but it's growing because of random chemicals. It's like, okay, cool, but the chicken you're eating is like it's like it's corn and bugs. Like at some level, the food you're eating is made from probably bugs and shit. Like, I don't know.
It's not even that. They're pumped full of like growth hormones and antibiotics because they're kept in horrible environments.
Yeah, I just think it's weird when people are like, oh, this is how meat, like fishing, like when you eat a fish, like it's just made up of fucking little fish and worms it's been eating. But like, that's okay. Cause it's like, I don't know, at some level, like it's also just nutrients.
We can easily produce like all the nutrients needed to grow the meat itself. It's just like amino acids and other things. It's like super easy to do. We develop that shit constantly and add it as like additives into food.
I love the fact
a lot of times we just take it as vitamins.
I think it'd be funny, like the Danish guy, the Dutch guy. Sorry, everyone.
Who fixed Brussels sprouts? He's like, I'm here to fix meat.
He was like, hey, cool. Now we got this figured out. Like, let's just meat. And they were like, you're gonna take on big meat? Not on my watch.
We can't call it big meat because then I'll be in favor of it. No, we can't call it that.
We gotta
I like
call
that
it
too much.
We gotta call it
big cow.
Sure. Yeah.
Big cow.
Yeah. But only the cow.
But yeah, no, it's really just like here's a good thing. And then, half the country votes against it because they're in favor of bad things.
Yeah. Or they're in favor. Yeah. Well, we'll just leave it at that. Let's leave it at that.
And that's not even an oversimplification. They're just in favor of bad things.
I think at this point, it's now just like, well, what are they trying to do? That? Okay, let's just do the opposite. Cool. And you're like, okay, fine. Like, okay.
I'm not a fan of the thought process of just doing the opposite of whatever the other side does, because I think it's worthwhile to have a well thought out thought process on why you support every separate issue rather than just being confrontational or contrarian. But also, they're just in favor of bad things.
Yeah, that's really how that goes.
So, damn, we really got back to me shitting on capitalism again because you know the real villain was capitalism all along, baby. Hell yeah.
And with that, we're out of here. I'm pulling the plug on this podcast. It's time. I'm ran out of water and Kleenex. I need to get some more.
I bet if you listen to the beginning of this episode and the end, like right now, you sound like markedly different.
Do I? I hope not.
Maybe. I mean, I've been used to it because of how I've listening to you this entire time.
I've gone through a few cups of water. I really stacked them over here so that way I could just keep drinking water while you were talking. So part of it is that I also need to pee. So just FYI.
Okay, yeah. Here, do our outro. This episode will be a little short. That's fine. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone. Next time, I won't be sick.
Next time, hopefully, we'll have banked episodes. Too,
yeah, also
maybe.
there's that. We should probably
get on that.
Yeah, we do. Sorry, everyone, for that. Thank you for listening to episode 13. In this episode that you just listened to, we almost got scammed. And also, it's our lucky number 13. Is that a lucky number or is it a bad number? That doesn't really matter.
People consider that one a bad number generally.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? It's a bad number.
This was a rather strong episode.
Yeah, I agree. Except for I couldn't remember the word hospital and thought it was hotel for a little bit, which is a bit strange.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was a bit weird.
Like we can ever talk.
Yeah. TBL.
We're both a couple of little sluts.
That's true. I had to think about what you were saying. I was like, what am I? But I agree. Speaking of that, this is the TBTL pod. You can email us at tbtlpod@gmail. I think where my brain is going with that. We also have an Instagram, TBTL pod. We also have a Spotify, which hopefully is what you're listening to right now. I feel like that'd be kind of weird if you were like, oh shit, I've been listening to this on YouTube. I would love it on Spotify.
They can listen to it on YouTube. They can listen to it on all of their podcasting apps.
No, but they should really be going on Spotify. It
doesn't matter which one. It doesn't matter which one, Anthony.
Like, I'm just saying.
None of these places have comment sections except for YouTube anyways.
Oh, shit,
leave us a 5-star and a review on all of them, though.
Okay, but maybe comment on YouTube then. Fuck it. That's probably a good way of doing it. Okay, yeah, let's do that. YouTube. We're pro YouTube podcasts then.
We're pro any way of listening podcast.
Yeah. Next time we will potentially have another person on, or we won't. You'll know in a week. Goodbye.
Wait.
Okay.
I'm Griffin. This is Anthony.
Hello.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh.